Hey, this is ASpengler, and this is episode 21 of building Itter Castle in Lego. Right here you can see we've got the castle so far. It's a pretty good amount of it, about maybe 40%, or maybe not quite 40% of the castle, but at least 30% of it, 35 maybe. We still have to get the main keep, which is going to be behind this front area. It's going to be pretty tall, maybe this tall compared to this front part. I started with the front of the castle just because Itter Castle doesn't have too many pictures of it, so I started with what I had pictures of. Next I'm going to be going to the keep. I don't think we get last segment I kind of talked about getting started on the keep, but that really depended on the bricklink orders that I was ordering. So I only got 2 of those bricklink orders, so we probably won't get started on the keep this segment. So I'll quick show you guys those bricklink orders. This was one of I sent 4 bricklink orders searching for 4 different pieces that I really needed. This was one of those pieces, these. So I got those, plus a few more leaves. And this was another one of the pieces I need. So the last 2 pieces that I need were, I ordered some more of these masonry bricks. So the last 2 orders that didn't come in were from California, so that's probably why they're taking longer. And so that was the other one, and the last one were just these studs, light bluish gray studs. So those are the 2 main pieces that I needed that I didn't get yet. Some other stuff that I ordered. I've been using these as detailing pieces, so I got some more of those. Haven't been using quite as many of these, but I know on the back I'll definitely use some more of those, so just in case I need them. I occasionally use these and I ran out, so restocking those. Some tires. That's not related to the Mac, that's for tanks. Some more leaves. I'm always getting leaves just to build more trees. I finally got these dark tan plate pieces. So if you notice you probably can't see, but zoom in for you so you can. Right there, you see how that wall is kind of just hovering over. Now with these tan plates I can finally make it so it's not hovering anymore, so that'll be cool. And I'm thinking about things to get this actually stuck in place, so now that it will be all level, then I can go in and get that actually kind of more stuck. Right now it's just set there. I'd rather have it a bit more sturdy. Some last little bits. Some more little tire rims. These pieces were for the windows here, so I'll finish those windows up. I got just some more landscape detailing pieces. These are what I use for trees. Some landscape detailing. The black tiles are going to be for the roof of this side building here. Some white is for the door frames, and just some more landscaping pieces. So those were those 2 bricklink orders. Hopefully the other 2 will come. If they come in this weekend, maybe I'll get started on the keep, but for now I don't think we'll get to that. But last segment I kind of talked about some little things, some touch-up work, I guess, that I wanted to raise this a little bit and lower this one. So I think I'll start out the segment by doing that. And then another big thing, going back to this side, we still don't have the roof right on this building here. So I didn't get the tiles for that, but I did start kind of just the roof. It will be just something like this, but then you notice that there's this open gap right here, so didn't really plan ahead for that. But so this just dark bluish gray line or plate here, I'm gonna have to push that back also to hide that, and then I'm gonna build up the wall here, and I'll kind of have this effect just going this way, so a lot of touch-up work here. And so I think I'll just go ahead and start the segment off by doing some touch-up work. I'll probably do these two things, come back, show you guys, and then I'll go into working on this section. So that's basically what I planned for the start. If those bricklink orders, then we can do a little bit more work. Just a side note, since if you just been watching a lot of the other segments, you notice in like the picture of the video is like an actual picture of the castle. I'm kind of running out of pictures of the castle, so you may have noticed that I put an actual picture of my Lego version. So that's partly just to get more people interested in actually seeing the castle that I built, but also it's just mainly because I'm running out of pictures of the actual castle. So that's the reason for that, if anyone was wondering. But for now, I'll stop talking and go ahead and get working. Okay, come back to show you guys the first bit of progress. As I said, I just raised this wall up one layer and shortened this one by one. I don't know if you guys can notice it, but it's kind of slightly there, the changes. I think it looks a little bit nicer. Before I was considering shortening this wall a little bit, but then I decided just not to. I think that one will look okay for now. Maybe I'll eventually change it, but for now I think it's fine. I guess I won't be able to tell until I get the main keep built. But for now I think this is good. I think it looks a lot better, but there's not too much change to it, but it just felt too, at least the top part felt too tall, and the little wall didn't feel tall enough, so I just changed that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and build the wall going up right here. If you can kind of see in there, I'm gonna build that wall up, and since this one will be here and the roof will be at that slant, I'll make this part detailed, and then all the parts under here will just kind of be generic light bluish gray brick, not super detailed, just so I can save the detailed pieces. But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do next. Oh, also, before I forget, I put in those new linings. I forgot to mention that. So now all these have that little white lining. If you can tell from, I'll zoom in to give you a better view. You see they have all the window sills have like a little bit of a white kind of border on them. So that's what I did also. And another little thing is under there I put the kind of, before they were floating, now they have something slightly to rest on. I didn't put anything on. This still is kind of just set in place. There's nothing really holding it in there, so I didn't do that yet, but now I'll go right ahead and start working on this side wall back here. So I'll go ahead and keep working. Okay, come back to show you guys the progress again. So you might see there, I was working on that section, put in that whole wall over here, so, and then I went ahead and put the roof on and all that. But for that, I'll just quick show you that wall back there. There it is. It's just kind of a very plain filler, so just plain a light bluish gray brick in all the area that is covered up that you won't see. So this is all just covered up as you saw before. So that's why I used just the regular light bluish gray brick. But then it gets more detailed up here where you can actually see it, where the roof doesn't cover it up. So I built that wall up, went ahead and put the little I can forget what they're called, but the little, I don't know, whatever, guard things on the top of the castle. So I went, and now that has the 3 sides up there of that. So I did that as well. And then after that wall was built, I went ahead and kept building on this building here. So I went ahead and kept working on this after I built that one wall. And this roof area does come off too. I guess there's a little bit of strain to it, but it does come off. It's just kind of a plain roof wedge. It's for the most part hollow, except it's got those little, I forget what they're called, but the little hinge bricks, I think that's what they're called, hinge bricks. And then on this side there's just that brick work that kind of helps hold it up. And so that's go, I think. Yep. So that just sets on right there. That's the roof. I'll go later, and I ordered some black tiles, and so I'm gonna do like a tile work on top of that. But that bricklink order has not come in yet, so it just kind of looks a little plain and boring, but it will look better once I get those tiles in and do some further work on that. So that's basically what I was just doing. That wall, inside wall right there, the top little detail part, and then the roof. So that's it. I don't really have much planned next, unless that bricklink order comes in, but I think right now I'm gonna wait for the bricklink order. I might get in some work. As you see, I don't know if you can notice, but this building here doesn't go back quite as much as this larger one. So you see that little bit of room right there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some work there, and maybe I don't think I'll end up getting any work in on the keep this segment. I think if the bricklink orders, I might just continue working here. So I think I'll go ahead and get working, keep working on that, or get working on that area. Hopefully those bricklink orders come in so we can start working next segment. And after making that plain wall, I realized I need a lot more of those just plain gray bricks, so I'll probably order some more of those so I can use them to work on the main keep, because the main keep's gonna have about 2 sides that are just gonna be covered up, so I don't want to use a bunch of my detail bricks for that. So I'll need to get some more, but for now I think I'll just go ahead and do like little tasks and see if those orders come in. So I'll go ahead and get working. Okay, come back for the last bit in this segment. Sadly, those bricklink orders did not come in, and I just didn't really have much time to do more work, so I'm gonna end it off. Well, I guess I did a little bit of stuff. Looking right there, you can see I tiled that one spot right there, so did that. I didn't end up doing any work back there where I said I was somewhat planning on doing work there, but just didn't end up doing that this segment. And something else that's kind of new that's not super related, I got some painting supplies. I've never really gotten into painting my Legos. I just didn't really think I could do a very good job with it. So, but talking to a friend, he recommended some really special stuff. I guess I could quick go get it. Okay, so there's this special type of paint. Well, I guess it's not super special, but for painting smaller models and stuff. So I got some gunmetal of that, and then he recommended these really special. It's like a red sable Russian weasel paintbrush, and you can barely see that tip. It's pretty small tip right there, and so something about the hair has it so it can really stick straight. So I got a set of paintbrushes, some gunmetal paint, and I set off to paint some rifles, at least to start, just rifles. And I think these turned out pretty well. Painted 6 for start, all M1 Grands. Zoom in, give you guys a look. So this was something else I was doing, and now looking at these, so it focuses. They look pretty good. I went off of the overmolded and painted all those spots. As a few areas kind of turned out bad, but something like this, if I paint over a little bit of the spot that's not supposed to be the gunmetal gray, I can kind of just scratch it off, and these turned out, in my opinion, just as good as the overmolded ones. And so these are just the $1 plain brown rifles, just with a little bit of paint on them, and they look just as good as the overmolded stuff. So I think I'm just gonna continue painting, probably paint the rest of my guns, and if hopefully they turn out all as well as this. I think I'll put one more coat on these, and then they'll look, some spots are kind of thin, so I think I'll put one more coat on them, and they look really good in my opinion, better than I thought. It was way easier than I thought it was. I don't think I'll get as crazy to try to paint torsos, like a full torso design like I've seen other people do before. I think I'm mainly gonna just stick to painting guns, just the plain brown guns. Right now I only have gunmetal paint, so I'll mainly stick to painting all my brown guns. I think something that would be cool to eventually paint are the Brick Arms vests, since they're just this one tan color, or dark brown like the other ones. It'd be cool to add some more detail to those, but I think for now I'll just stick with the rifles. They're turning out really nice, and I think it just adds just another really nice detail to a mock. So I think I'll do that. But with that, I think I'm going to end out this segment. If you guys like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Shoutouts really help the channel. Quick announcement. This week, Wednesday, I'm going to be posting a British Army video. Previously, I posted the American and German forces one, so if you haven't seen those, check them out, and look forward to that British one coming out Wednesday. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.